Hello. I'm Richie Sampson. I'm a longtime comic book fan, and you may know me as RJ Hammer, Super Mutant on different message boards. I started reading comic books in 1991, really, and so it's really 20 years I've been reading comic books. And I've seen a lot of changes. And the reason I'm doing this book, or this video right now, is to express some of my discomfort with the upcoming DCNU reboot. They're calling it a relaunch, but seriously, it's a reboot. I mean, it's mostly a reboot. It's a reimagining. It was less a reboot than there's any more or less than you have to call it a relaunch. But if you look at the fact, this is a restart of a lot of characters, really from the beginning. Superman, Hawkman, Captain Atom, the Authority, Supergirl, really only Superman, Green Lantern, and Aquaman are really continuing. We'll get to Aquaman later. I'm going to look at some of the problems that are with it and what I don't like. To begin with, the Superman. The Superman costume. Good costumes, by the way, because he wears two of them. He wears the armor, as you see in here in the Justice League cover, and then he wears the jeans and the t-shirt in the Action Comics cover. That wouldn't be so bad, but A, they're doing the marriage. B, they're doing the marriage of Superman and Lois Lane, by the way. They're doing that for whatever reason. I don't get it. I don't know why. I actually do know why, because they feel like they can't do anything with Superman and Lois. Well, to be no longer together. Same lazy crap we heard when Spider-Man got unmarried. And it really bothers me is this, like, the other thing is we keep hearing about what Grant Morrison is doing with him, and a lot of people say it's more like the Golden Age one. Well, if you look at what the Golden Age Superman was, and the way Superman has been done in the last, I don't know, 30, 40 years, in the movies, the animated, the comic books, that's not the Superman he's been. It's like, okay, well, we got nothing else to do. Let's just forget everything that's worked for the last 30 years that made Superman and Superman 2 one of the best comic book movies. Okay, no, he's got to be arrogant. He's got to be angry. He's got to be, he's got to be more alien. Got to be less human. And Stan Superman, Supergirl, for whatever reason, DC wants her to be so alien. And this is now, this is one of the things I liked about the Supergirl is they did a lot to make her less alien, try to make her more down to earth. And they've undone that now in the relaunch. And the new costume isn't bad. But for her, but seriously, it's just wrong. It's like, okay, well, why? We just went through this, alright. We went through this, we keep going with this. It's the same rinse and repeat thing of where she's alien. Why? And Superboy. Oh Lord. You're going back to where he started as a clone. Tried to say more. I mean, seriously. Back to the beginning, where they're pretty much erasing everything that has made Superboy cool the last whatever he's been in comic books over the years. This version of Superboy. Seriously. So again, this is why I hate it. Let's go on to Batman here for a second. Two things that really anger me. Instead of Red Robin, instead of a spoiler book, instead of anything, we get Batwing. Why? Because Grant Morrison the people at the Batman books want it. This character is about as generic as anything else. I'm not a black guy, but if there was a black Batman, do you really want it to be as stereotypical as being from Africa? And it's not being racist. I'm glad Static Shock. I won't blast those out. I'm looking forward to reading those. But seriously, why Batwing? Why not Red Robin? Why not? I mean, the Red Robin, who's had a long-standing where he sells well, as a book for a long time. No, we get Batwing. And we still get Damien, another great Morrison creation that few people like. I mean, and the other thing, that's right, Stephanie Brown's no longer Batgirl. Barbara Gordon is now Batgirl again. And there's been some suggestions that it takes place 5 years before she's shot. Maybe we'll find out though. September 7th, unless it's delayed, but they're trying not to delay it. Which is why you see a lot of these books have multiple artists for different issues. You know, you gotta give them credit. They're trying with that. But seriously, you know, I mean, if they don't give it an explanation, a legitimate explanation, like, well, in the new continuity, it was shot to the left. It wasn't in Sarah's spine. It just did a little damage. But they don't explain why she, to me, I didn't think she needed to be still paralyzed. I think she would have still become Oracle, even if she wasn't shot. There was no need for her to go back to Batgirl. Because we had two great successes, Cassandra Cain and then Stephanie Brown, who did really good jobs. Cassandra Cain had a very long-running series. It was 80 issues in one series, and it was like, I forget how long the first one was, and hers was, the second one lasted, you know, a little bit too. So it's, again, Red Hood and the Outlaws. Seriously, you think of Birds of Prey, you think this, right? I don't mind this. At least we got some of the Titans, the original Titans, still being around there. At least, you know, Roy is no longer without an arm. Fortunately, they now have written Liam out of continuity. Their daughter. Oh Lord. I wonder what Linkard's about that one. He said that because if you watch the Rise of Arsenal in his Cry for Justice reviews, he was really angry about it. Yeah, I was really angry about that too. It's like, what the hell was that about? Why? And now that not just they found that they've erased it from mystery. Congratulations, DC. You really know how to stick it to fans. Speaking of sticking it though, Green Lantern. Everything except the fact that Sinestro is gonna be Green Lantern, that's the only problem. I have it there. That's not gonna succeed. Never been reelected before. He's in years. I mean, what's the point of him being reelected again? Why? What's the point? And why does Hal have to be a hobo? It's just like, this is worth to me a bad guy. Either Hal's not gonna be a hobo, or series gets canceled because nobody's gonna buy Sinestro is a good guy. Justice League Dark, I don't have a problem with it. I like some of the characters in it. I'm not sure it's gonna last though. Swamp Thing, I don't know. My thing with Swamp Thing is, again, it's taken away from what he's been in Vertigo. You know, the Vertigo people have written very well. I don't know. Animal Man, just look at that. I mean, seriously. Look, that's pretty much, should be an explanation why. I mean, I don't know. I just don't get this. Frankenstein canceled. I mean, there's no need for Ivory Empire. Somebody said, it's a retelling of something DC did. When was the last time DC ever mentioned it or did anything with it? Nobody answered me that. If anyone can answer me, please put that in the comment section. I will make sure the reply. I will try to at least. But it has been a long time since anyone even heard of this concept for DC. A long time, at least to my knowledge. At least 20 years. It wasn't very memorable. They haven't done anything with it 20 years. Resurrection Man. It's a nice series first time around. I'll give it a try, but I don't think it'll be lasting. Fortunately, Demon Knights. It should be in the medieval seat. If there's enough people that like medieval stuff, it's good. I mean, I don't know what bad it is. I don't know, unless it leads to him, Demon, in the regular new TCMU. What goes on. Authority, as Stormwatch, I mean, this is ridiculous. Martian Manhunter in there too. They're going way backwards with Authority. I don't know why. I guess just two can't be in this. Nothing against her. Nothing against him. I'm a Wildcat fan. I just don't get why 2 books instead of 1 book. Here, it's like, we got fill time. Let's do 2 books instead of 1. Instead of Wildcats book. Let's just do them separately. I don't get that. I really don't get that. You gotta put a different book. You gotta put a Gen 13. You gotta put somebody else in this spot that you took out with 2 books. Why? He didn't succeed on his own. I don't think her mini-series that was years ago told that very well either. I didn't hear the way she would have had an ongoing series years ago. That's true. That's I don't know. I mean, this new costume's okay, but I want to see Ravager too. To see if she's still around. I'll get into that in a second. I'm gonna pause it for a second. There.